So good afternoon and welcome back here. We're gonna about to see the response. Here we're about to see the response here from the Knight Riders United team. Remember, they would be looking to chase down 203 in the 20 overs. the mayor, the mayor travels. They got off to a wonderful start and they ended up getting 203 in their 20 overs. A very good total. And it's going to take some work here from the Knight Riders United team. They're going to need to get a good platform, a good start here from Mehang Patel and Depend Patel. We know how good he is. He can be very aggressive, but he would need to get a good start here if they are to get this huge total. But it's all up to them now. It's all up to batters. The bowlers have done their job. They haven't done exactly as planned, but they have done an excellent job. It's now the batters. The two batters are out there. We are getting set for the reply to see if Knight Riders United, if they can get that 204 for victory. Let's remember the Mayor travel. They ended up with, as I said before, 203, and off the back of a wonderful knock from Tarun Patel. He got 98 from 47 deliveries and also was ably supported, as I said before. Wonderful opening partnership. And because of that, it allowed them to get to that huge total. Parth Patel, he made 50 as well. So it's going to be the response. Let's see how the Knight Riders will go. This one, it's a good delivery outside the off stump. Again, a bit of movement here, a bit of bounce. Remember, it's Ashwood too, so you're going to get a bit of extra bounce. And it's a good start here from bowler. Let's move. This one is wide outside the off stump, and wide signal by the umpire. Signals wide. So they often run in here. Knight Riders United. A little loss. Nice, wonderful conditions. Nice breezy out. It's a bit hot. This one is again outside your stump. Wild swing there from that's Mihang. Wild swing from him outside the off stump. Oh, she's dipping. Let's see anyone who is on strike. Wild swing at that one, but signal wide. It's two without loss here. This one, which up delivery, swipe at it at outside edge, falling just short of the fielder at this wideish back third man, and they get one. Well, Spin was looking for two, but Mihang was just comfortable with the one. So Mihang on strike. One. So it's depend on strike now. This one is short, pulled in the air, has the legs. No, one bounce, two bounce into the fence. That's 4 runs. What a shot there. It's a short delivery on that midland leg line, and all he had to do was help it over that fielder at a short fine leg. Into poultry for 4. That's good. Yeah. Came to get things going here. He has to pull again short, pulled away. This time over that cow corner region. It goes one bounce into the fence. That's 4 more. So they really get to the move on here now. he's really taking the attack to the goal, and that's again a bit too short. And remember, the ball's coming through nicely, so it's just all he has to do is just really hit through the line, and he did that expertly. Picked up another boundary. That's the way he plays. He needs to be aggressive up front, and that's what you want here from your opening batters. We saw with the MAYUR travel innings where top order they really took advantage of some loose deliveries, and this is what these two has to do here. Anything slightly short, they're gonna look to hit across the line. Young, he moves to 8. 7 without loss. Short again. Pull up in the air. Keeper settles under it. The first slip pulls it and drops it. Well, the keeper, he was going for it. And it was the keeper's call, to be honest. He has the gloves on. He should be the man taking that catch. But the first slip, he called for it, ran towards it, got to there, and then spilled it in the end. So that's not good. Well, we can have a look at that. Look at that one. Look at that. Unable to have a look at that one there. See if we can pull that one back. But again, that should have been the keeper's call. To be honest, it should have been the keeper's call. But in that first slip, he called for it. And in the end, was just short. So let's take a look at this, at the catch, the drop catch. I seem to have that catch for you, but this time around, it's at the end of the first over. 12 runs coming off the first over. Not a bad start. That's an excellent start for the Knight Riders. Immediately spin is brought on. So it seems the fast bowlers have been traveling, so they immediately brought the spin into the attack. Let's wait in confirmation on the bowler. Well, he looks like a spinner, but he has a longer arm, so it's not the spinner. It's going to be a medium pacer. He's going to pick up the attack. The media end. One's in full delivery, driving, but straight to the fielder at low off. And they get through for an easy single. So that's not bad. A good start to the over. That's Mihang there. Just driving at that one. So it's going to be depend now. So I'm driving in the air over that short extra cover. And the fielder at long off does well. There's a chance for an extra run here. The fielder just took the ball up and threw it and turned away. And the bowler wasn't even looking around for it. There was almost an opportunity for a second run there. But they just got one. So score moves on to 14. It's Hiren. Hiren is the bowler. Hiren Patel. Just 2 singles of the over so far. It's good from him. Pulls. Picks up delivery, swinging to the line. This goes one bounce into the fence. That's for Actually, it goes all the way for 6. Well, from our angle, it looked like it bounced just inside the boundary, but it went all the way for 6. That's a very good shot there from Mihang. And Mihang, he's really looking to take the attack to the bowlers. 6 runs. He's to Mihang. Score moves on to 20. So he can't really pitch up. The ball is coming through nicely. Anything pitched up, the batters are just looking to hit through the line. Remember, they're chasing 204 for victory. They're just going to swing at everything at this moment. That's a good delivery. Well, it seemed to be wide. Looked like a good full Yorker length, but just a bit too wide. Wide signal by the umpire. This is very good here from the Knight Riders. It is the exact start that they wanted. So it's Heron. Already conceded 6 runs in the over. This one is hit in the air. There's a chance. The fielder up for the safer route. And well, they're going to get another one. Actually, they're going to get more. It's going to run all the way into the boundary for 4. So they are going to get the 4 eventually. So it's going to be 5 runs, which is 4. Well, they have run 1, and then the overthrow went for boundary for 5. So that's really poor cricket by that fielder at long on. Just collected the ball in first. He didn't run in for the catch. You could see him there in your picture. He didn't run in for the catch. Just ambled through, allowed it to bounce in front of him, then just threw the ball away. I'm sure his captain and the bowler will not be happy. There's a chance for a run out here now, and he's gone. That's excellent from the fielders. And where was Mihang going? The ball was hit straight to the fielder at cover, and Mihang just took off for the run. Didn't even look where the ball was going. And it went straight to the fielder. He smartly threw it to the bowler's end because Mihang was halfway down the pitch and had no chance of getting back. And that's the first wicket. So the Knight Riders lose their first wicket via the run-out route. And there was no need for that. They were going so well. They just picked up 5 runs and also a 6 in the second delivery. So they were going on so nicely. There was no need for that. But they did go for the run out. They did go try to get that extra run. And in the end, let's just have a look at this. The run out. Let's have a look at the run out. The chance there and easily. Easy does it. And this celebrates an easy run in the end. So that's the fall of the first wicket. So that over comes to an end. Over comes to an end. It's just is it 24? 24. So it's 24 for 1 after 2. So this is an excellent start here for the Knight Riders. That's exactly the way they want to. But they haven't lost Mehang, and he seemed to be the aggressor in the partnership. And now it's really an opportunity here for the other batters to come in and really continue the onslaught because they have to go. They can't afford to just knock the ball around. Remember, they're chasing a huge total of 204 for victory. So they need to go out. They need to go early. So it's going to be a difficult prospect here. So it's 174 more runs needed. 18 overs. It's actually 30 for 1 after 2. That last ball went for 6. Apologies. So it's Mayhul to continue. This one is just played into the onside for an easy single. And that's the new batter. Batter is Kunal Patel. So it's going to be Mehul. This one is outside the off stump, is guided past that fielder at point. And excellent work from the fielder on that deep point boundary. And they get through for a single in the end. So it's 32 now for 1. And this is not bad here for Mehul. Remember, his first over went for 12, so he has to pull things back here. But the aggressive batter in Mihang, he is gone. So that's exactly what they want. This one is down the leg side. Wide signal by the umpire. That's another one to the total. So it's 33 for 1. So the new batter, Kunal. This time he's looking to guide that one again in that backward point region. But turning the bat a bit too early. Got the outside edge. It just trickled back to the bowler. 32. 32 for 1. 33 for 1. Into the third over. This is a good over so far from Mehul. Just has to finish nicely now. This one is a pitch up delivery driving and a bit of misfield there. They're going to get through for the single. So they're going to get through quite easy for the single in the end because of that misfield. Not a single to the total. 34 for 1. It's a very good over here from Mehul. Just needs to finish it off nicely now. The pin that's hiding that one, but straight to the cover fielder. So this is excellent for Mehul. Remember, his first over went for 12, and he's pulling things back nicely here. Knight Riders were off to a flyer, but that run out of Mihang was very crucial, very critical. And now they have started pulling things back here. Mehul. This one is pitched up, driving in the air. That one goes over long on. And it's actually one bounce into the fence for 4. So it was mid-off in the circle. And he just lofted this one over the infield. One bounce into the fence. He didn't try to overhit it because he knew mid-off was in the circle. So he just had to hit it over that fielder and picked up an easy boundary in the end. So different. He has to continue. He moves to 17. He moves to 13 with that boundary. He moves to 13 from 9 deliveries. Remember, Mehang, the first to go, he went by the run-out route for 19 from 6 delivery. It's in 3 fours. And brings the overturn in, and an over that started off really well for Mehul, but ended with that boundary. Still not a bad over. There's 8 runs coming over that over, so he would be happy with that. But again, the 12 overs, the 12 that he got in his first, with the 8 makes it 20. And that is what they're looking to get, at least 10 runs and over. So they have gotten there, and that from Mehul. So it's going to be Heron to continue. Heron, Patel. His first over went for 18. Very expensive. Got the wicket of Mehul via the run-out route, which starts to pull things back. But Dipin seems to really seems to be getting into his groove now. So just making some adjustment to the field, trying to get the backward point a bit straighter, so more to a short third man. So he goes into a sort of short third man region. There's a point, cover, deep cover. This one goes, and well, they were looking for the fielder from the long off, sorry, and he was just on the boundary, not paying attention. He really seemed to be out of the game at the moment. He's the only player without a plain t-shirt. Maybe he's not really a permanent fixture on the team. Heron. This one is full, looking to drive on outside edge, passes the keeper and it races away to the boundary for 4. That's another boundary. And the boundaries are flowing here. Let's have a look at this again. Boundaries are beginning to flow now for outside edge, past the keeper, and that races away to the boundary for 4. That's excellent from that's Kunal Patel. It's not where he intended, but he wouldn't mind. That's 4 more to the total. Score is 44 for 1. Full delivery on the leg, some whipped away nicely. Straight to the fielder at mid-wicket. Just a single. So Kunal is looking pretty good now. He started a bit shaky, but he's starting to find his rhythm here. Starting to time the ball nicely. Picks up another single. He scores 45 now. So Heron is it's a bit expensive. Yorker looking for this one, driving over that extra cover fielder. They're going to get 1, and that's all it's going to be. It was in the air, but just wide of that fielder at extra cover, and they pick up a single. So good batters. They really have to go. There's no two ways about it. Chasing a huge total. This one is driving. It's looking for that Yorker. Not making any contact. This time the keeper holds on. Dot ball. Precious dot ball here. Yeah, it's been a bit expensive. 26 in his into his second over. It was ball. This one is just short outside the off stump, looking to just guide that one past third man, but not making any contact. Goes through to the keeper. It's another dot ball to end the over. It's not a bad over here. 2 dot balls to end. And that's exactly what the MAYUR travel. That's exactly what they needed. Good over, good comeback. So a bit of discussion here as to who's going to bowl the next over. It seems like they're just trying to work that out. It's at the end of 3 overs. It's 46. So at the end of 4, I would make that correction. At the end of 4, 46, so forth. So they're going along nicely. Really good. The required run rate is just at 9. That shows that they're going well over 10s. And they just need to keep going here. They can't afford to let that required run rate jump too high. Need to keep it in check. If they could keep it around 10 now and probably a 15th over, they're going to have a good chance here. So it's going to be Mihul. This one is in the air. Chance dropped. It was hit over that extra cover fielder. The fielder run around nicely, got to it, did all the hard work, got to it, but just failed to hold on. And that's key there. Failed to hold on. A chance going to beg in. Let's have a look at it. It's a pitch up there, looking to drive in the air. The fielder did well, get into it, but just was unable to hold on in the end. And that's another chance. That's two wonderful chances given but not taken here. This one is in the air. It's going to go all the way. Yes, it does. It goes all the way for six. That's a wonderful shot there from Dippin. And we know how good he is. And he's showing his class here. Let's have a look at that. This one pitched up and it's hammered. Short delivery over that mid wicket region. 6 runs. This is very good from him here. So there's some adjustment in the field. There's still no deep mid wicket. This one in the air and a chance just short of the fielder. He was looking to really sweep this one over mid wicket, but bit slower. Hold it up, and he was trying to change the shot in the end. Just hold it up enough to get a top edge and drop just short of the fielder. And lucky for him, he survives. So he's living dangerously, Dippin, but he's still there. This one, this time he gets the sweep out. It goes a bit straighter than he wanted, but it eventually goes into the fence, and that's 4 more. So that's 4 more to the pen. He moves on to 26, I make it? Yes, he moves on to 26 from 14 deliveries, 2 6s and 2 4s. So this is a good acceleration from him. This is exactly what they needed. So it's going to be Mihang again. This one again, he's pulling. It goes straight. It goes into the boundary for 4. So he's just pretty much playing one shot. He's just getting the front foot down the wicket and just hitting through the line. Whether it be short, whether it be full, he's just hitting through the line. And he's picking up boundaries either straight or through mid wicket. So this is good batting here from him. But the bowlers, they have to really look at their line. Maybe look to go a bit fuller. Try that Yorker length. Because he's just trying to get the foot down the wicket and swing through the line. Or probably go full and wide. But at the moment, Dippin is really taking the attack to the bowlers. 60, 62 now. Dippin moves to 30 from 15 deliveries. What a knock this is from him. I remember we saw in the first innings where the two opening batters took full advantage. I'm getting to 98. So one of these two has to go big. Dippin has the start, so he needs to be the one to bat through the end. If he can bat through the end, it's going to see them to victory. But it's going to be Mihang to finish. Well, Mihul. Apologies, this one is pushed away into the onside, just behind square, and they're gonna well actually it came off the pad. So it's gonna be a leg by signaled by the umpire. Looked like he got some bat, he walked it nicely, but the umpire signaled a leg by. So it's just another run to the total. They wouldn't mind. Once it's another run to the total, they would be happy with that. Well, remember where we are in the Lone Star Premier Cricket ground. The grounds are very close by, and one from ground one, ball came over to ground two. It was a six. Our cameraman was lucky enough to ball just passed to the left of him. So you have to be careful here. Remember, it's 4 games in progress. So, and the grounds are close by. So you have to be watching. Well, we're ready for that little break. Just a discussion between the players. So it's going to be a new bowler. Karen was a bit expensive. His 2 overs cost 26 runs. So we have a new bowler. Just waiting to get confirmation on his name. Attitude blown to the pin swings. This one goes all the way over long off and into the other ground, into ground one for 6 more. And again, it's a pitched up delivery, and he's just putting his foot down the wicket and just swinging through the line of the deliveries. And he's picking up sixes at will here. Let's have a look at this one. As you can see, just getting the foot down the wicket and swinging through the line. And that goes all the way for 6. Excellent work from our cameraman, picking up that one. This one is played away, just behind point. There is that third man down at the boundary, so they're just going to get a single. Score moves up to 70. 70 for 1. We're in the 6th over. Still in the 6th over. Dipin Patel. What a knock. 37 from 18. But Patel. This one is just guided again to that same general area, to that fielder at third man. It's another single. It's a good start from the new bowler, Parth Patel. After going for that 6, just 2 singles. He wouldn't mind that. This time it's a full delivery, and well, there was an appeal. I'm not sure what was the appeal. Maybe it hit the stumps. Well, the thing is, we are playing without bails. Because of the wind, we are playing without bails. So even though if the ball hits the stumps, we're not going to know because there's no bails to fall. This one is short, wide signal by the umpire. So not good. Have a look there. You can see we are playing without any bails because of the wind. This one is in the air, over the infield. It goes one bounce and it's going to race away. The outfield is pretty hard. It's pretty quick. So it's going to race away to the boundary for 4. That's 4 more to dip in. And he's really enjoying himself here. He moves on nicely on to just get that correct. He moves on to 43. This one is 4 more. So Dipin continues his assault on the bowlers here. He moves on now to 47. So just 3 runs away from what will be an excellent half century. 47 from 21 deliveries. Remember, it's the end of 6 overs. And it's the end of the power play. That's an excellent power play. 82 runs coming off that power play. They would be really happy with that. The Knight Riders is exactly the start that they wanted, and they would be very happy. They would be very happy with that. With that start. Yes, they have lost the wicket of Miang, who was going really good, but Dippin, what a knock. And he's really supported well. Mike Tunal, he's on 10 from 9 deliveries. So this is very good here from the Knight Riders. On the Mayor travel, they need uh, to stem the runs through. They need to pick wickets, but at the moment, they're just bowling into the arc of the pin, and he's just hitting the ball exactly where he wants to. Well, it's going to be spin. Seems like it's going to be spin. Are we going to see the full time of spin here for the Mayor travel? Travels, Mayor travels. So just trying to get the feel right. There is a backward point. There's a feel that's going to go in the cover, extra cover. There is a well, actually, he's going to the sort of cover point region. There is a cover in the boundary, extra cover, long and long off. It's a deep mid wicket, and there's a short third man in the circle. So that's the field. Remember, we're outside the power play, so you can have 5 fielders outside the circle. So it's going to be the spinner. He would be bowling to Kunal. That's a good start from him. It's a good line and length. And Kunal does the right thing. All he has to do is just push the ball into the gap. And there's no one in that short mid wicket region because remember, we have the fielder at deep mid wicket and deep square leg boundary. So there's no one inside that 30-yard circle on the onside beside the man who's at short third man. So he just has to push the ball in the onside and he picks up an easy single. You push it well, you can even get 2 or more. But he's doing the right thing and just trying to get Dippin on strike. Remember, Dippin, he's on 47. And this one is in the air. There is a fielder down there. He runs in, settles under it, and drops it. Well, that's a second catch he has dropped. And that's going to cost them because that's the man they wanted, Dippin, who is really hitting the ball to all parts. And he had stole it up. You can see Dippin just holding back on the shot. If we can just have a look at that replay. See it, that's it. That's the drop catch. This one, it's worked away into the onside again, and he's doing the right thing, just working it into the onside and picking up the singles, just trying to get the pin back on strike. That's all he needs to do. The pin, he's now on 48, just 2 runs away. What will be an excellent half century of 22 deliveries. It's 84 for 1. This one is ripped away, square of the wicket. They're going to get 1. Should have been pushing for 2. I think if they had pushed for 2, they would have gotten it. But in the end, it's just a single. Good work by the fielder at deep square leg. And they get a single. So it's 3 singles in the over. 4 singles. And a drop catch. How costly that catch could be. Tarun. Tarun Patel. the new bowler. This one is pitched up, pushed down the wicket. This is excellent for me. Slows it up. He's not bowling quickly, and that's good. And he's getting a bit of turn there, but he's bowling bowling straight, middle and leg line. So it's not easy for the batters to really hit through the line or go straight. So this is good from him. There's 4 runs coming up the over so far, and he's driving. Oh, that's excellent work from the fielder at short cover. And that brings the over to an end. A dot ball to end the over. And just 4 runs coming off that over. That's a very good over from Tarun. And after 7 overs, 86 for 1. So they're slowly just pulling things back here. The required run rate, it's just 9. So they're keeping in touch here, which is excellent from them. And Duckworth Lewis, well, we're not going to be affected by Duckworth Lewis, but Stern, but the Duckworth Lewis pass score is 61. They're well ahead of that. That's not going to even play a part in this match. But it is a good start. But you can see the MAYUR Travels, they are trying to pull things back here. The spinner, that's Tarun. Done an excellent job. Just 4 runs coming up the over. So it's going to be another spinner. So it seems slowing the ball up seems to be working because we saw the Pacers really traveling. And this is excellent from the MAYUR Travels. But they're going to rue that opportunity to get dipping. That drop chance, I think that's a big miss there. Had they taken that catch, I think it would have been difficult. This one, up in the air, it's a full toss and he's driving, but straight to the fielder at Lawn. And he picks up his 50. That's an excellent 50. Excellent 50. It's excellent 50 from him. And he has to carry on now. This one is whipped away, passes the field at square leg, is going to race into the boundary for 4. So they're leaking runs here now. Some poor feeling we are seeing from them. And it's really costing them. Colonel there picking up a boundary. So he's doing an excellent job in partnership with Dippin. They have moved the score along now to that's 91. This is excellent from this pair. Really taking the game to the bowlers. This one looking to hike this one over mid-wicket, not making any contact. So that's a good comeback there from the bowler after being hit for a boundary. $91. 91 for 1. This one, it's a full toss. He chips down the wicket, make it into a full toss. It's in the air. It's going towards that fielder at cow corner. He does well in the end. He's used some fancy footwork to save it. They get 1, and I think that's all they got. Maybe they were expecting it to go for a boundary. But again, really giving it some air there. Is Biku? Biku Patel. Biku Patel. 5 runs coming out the over. This one is in the air. There's an opportunity, a chance. The fielder settles under it and takes a brilliant catch in the end. He overran it. but eventually he had to go dive a bit backwards and it stuck in his hand. He would be happy with that because he wasn't having the best day on the field. And what a catch it is. And that's the wicket they were looking for. The man Dippen has to go. He has to go for an even 50 from 24 deliveries. And what a breakthrough there. That's an excellent breakthrough from for the Mayor Travels. Could they take advantage here now? The Mayor Travels and really put a squeeze on the button. 94 for 2. And you have to give credit for the pin. That's an excellent knock from him, but he needed to kick on. We saw with the Mayor Travels 11, two batters get into 50, one get into 50 and one get into 98. Dippin got to 50 and got out. So who is the batter has to carry on? He's going to carry on to get a big score here. One of them has to if they are to win this match. Dippin goes court substitute fielder. We said he seemed to look out of place. He didn't have the uniform, so he is a substitute fielder. But did well to hang on to that catch. Ruchir. Ruchir. It's Ruchir Patel now. And he has some work to do. But a good breakthrough here. Biku. And we said before, he's tossing it high up in the air. He's tossing it up in the air. And looking for the batter. This one, it's wide outside the off stump. Wide signal by the umpire. So it's still 110 more runs required. This one is just outside the off stump, and that brings the over to an end. So a very good over. That over, picking up the wicket of the important wicket of Dipen. He went for 50 from 25 deliveries, a strike rate of 200. But an excellent over. 8 runs and a wicket coming over that over. So we saw the spinners previously. Tarun, he bowled an excellent over for causing 4 runs. Now, Biku, he bowled an excellent over, conceding 8 runs, but also picking up that important wicket. So the spinners are really pulling things back here for the Mayor Travels. They need to continue squeezing. They need to continue picking wickets here. So it's going to be Tarun to continue. .95 for 2. So it's going to be Tarun to continue. This one is on the leg side, whipped away nicely, square up the wicket. They're going to get a single, and they're not going to come back for the second. I think they should have been pushing for 2 runs there. They're okay with the single. That's Kunal. He's okay with just getting the single. Ruchir. Ruchir. Sporting the pink pads. This one, he's pushing it into cover. They go for a quick single. Get it easy in the end. That's 96. 96 without loss. First two, my apologies. To doing an excellent job here for his team. It's 101 for two. Trying to get the scoring rate back up. And this is excellent. The spinners are really doing a good job. And I like what he's doing. He's slowing it up. He's not pushing it through. He's slowing it up. He's bowling a straighter line. And you can see the batter, that's Kunal. He hasn't really much leg side shots. He's hitting the ball nicely on the offside. But when it's pitched middle and leg, he's just not swinging. He's making room to swing it onto the onside. There's an opportunity for a run out. And he gets home quite easily in the end. And you're offside. They're stepping across in the offside to just access that onside. You know, there's lots of room there for runs. So he ends the over with a single, an easy single in the end. And the score moves up to 102 for two at the end of 9. So they're really keeping pace with the required run rate, I must say, which is very good. But they can't afford to lose too many wickets. That's the problem. When you start to lose wickets, it puts pressure on the middle and low order. That's when it starts to falter. So 103 needed from 67 deliveries. It's going to be Biku. And that one was really tossed up in the air. And the batter was having a step or two down the wicket. It was a bit wide, but we got a bat onto it. Had the keeper collected that, it would have been an easy stomping. This time he's down the wicket, it's over the fielder at extra cover. And the fielder from deep cover comes around and they get another single. It was a good shot. Just looking to drive in the air. He was really trying to get it over that fielder into the boundary, but didn't get the timing was a bit off, and he just got it over that fielder. Picked up a single in the end. This time he's down the wicket. Yes. It's playing across the line. They're going to get another single. So they're doing it in singles at the moment, which is not bad. I think they need to get more than singles. Singles are not going to do it. They need to keep the run rate up. In the air. One bounce and just let it go. It's going to be a wide. So he's really tossing. He's tempting the batters to come down the line here. But they're not at the moment. In the air again, down the wicket, and this one is high. Down to the fielder at deep mid wicket. It goes one bounce to the fielder, and they get another run. So we're back here. This one is driven over the bowler's head. It's going to go straight to the fielder at long off, and they get through for a single. So after that break, you see Haruchi trying to take the attack to the bowler, hit that wonderful 6 over mid wicket. And Tarun, who has bowled excellent so far, 2.4 overs, none for 20. In the context of the game, that's excellent bowling. This one, driven outside edge, straight to the fielder at a backward point, and they get through for a single. So not a bad over from Tarun, and he finishes his third over, none for 21. And the Knight Riders United, they are 121 for 2 after 11. So again, the required run rate is just 9.2, so they're keeping up with it. They're getting a boundary every over, a boundary or 4 or 6 every over. So they're and triple singles, so they're keeping up with the run rate. This is excellent. That's all they need to do. They don't need to go guns blazing because of that knock from Dipin Patel. Made things easier for the batters now. You don't have to really go at it. So they are doing an excellent job. 121 for 2. Just 83 more runs required from 54 deliveries. So they're slowly bringing that required run rate down. That's all they need to do. It's just going to be a change in bowling. Biku Patel. It's a bit expensive. It's 2 of us costing him 16 runs. He also pick up a wicket. But it's going to be just get confirmation on the new bowler. This one is pushed down the ground. They're going to get an easy single. The bowler wouldn't mind that at all. 22. Ronak Patel. This one is down the leg side. Wide signal by the umpire. He's holding his head. It passed close to the leg stump, but anything down the leg side, the umpire will call the wide. So going really quick here. Quick off spinners. This one is pulled away. It goes straight to the field line. It goes over his head, and that's 6 runs. So, Ruchi really enjoying that one. Let's have a look at this. Pitch up delivery, and let's pull away. The fielder thought he had a chance, but it went over his head. And he picks up 6 more. 6 more to the total. This is excellent from him. So it's down the leg side. They're should have been going for a single. Just 1 run. Well, they didn't get any run there. This time, just pushed into the offside for an easy single. This one is hit into the offside, but straight to the fielder. They hit it with a little more power, so they were unable to get the quick single this time. This one is ripped away past the fielder at square leg. At short square leg, they're going to get one, and they're going to come back for two. The fielder at deep mid wicket had to run around, and he cut it off nicely in the end. Two more to the total. 132. 33, I make that. This one. Pitch up. Just guided nicely to that fielder at backward point. But no run. So he's looking easy at the crease here. At the end of that over, the end of a very good over. It's 133 for two. After 12, it's Kunal Patel. He's not out on 31. Batting really good. And Ruchir Patel, he's there on 18. Ruchir Patel. Two sixes in that 9 deliveries. Down the wicket and hit down the ground. It's straight to the fielder. No. It was well short of the fielder at long on. He settled for a moment, thinking that it was coming straight to him, but it fell real short of him. And they pick up just a single. This one is worked away, scrub the wicket. They're going to get one. Good work by the fielder. And it's another substitute fielder. So we have a substitute on for the substitute. Sun is whipped away. 2 mid wicket. They're going to get one. And the field is well spread. There's that deep mid wicket and that deep square leg. Long on, long off. Short, sort of squarish fine leg. Sun ripped away off the pads. They're going to get one. They should have been looking for two. I think they could have gotten two there. And the fielder, give credit to him, he did well to run up that square leg boundary, just prevent any chance of two runs. Good over so far. She singles. Tarun looking to drive, not making any contact. Pretty much York himself. And we see that with a lot of the batters, just planting that front foot down the wicket and just looking to hit through the line, straight or probably through mid wicket. Not making contact. The end of a good over from Tarun Patel. The end of 13 overs, 137 for two. Knight Riders United is requiring now 67 runs from 42 deliveries. Still scoring just over on a ball. It's over 10 runs per over, I should say. And because of that, it kept that run rate just about just over 9 runs per over. So went along nicely, but Kunal Patel, he's 33 from 34. He's a key here. He has to stay till the end. Strike rate just dipped under 100. This is wide. Good work by the keeper. That's excellent by the keeper. It was way down the leg side. He did really well to get to that one. Keeper. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery, a lifting delivery, but just guided nicely there by the batter. That one just guiding it there. This one just pushed into the one side, picks up an easy single. So, looking along nicely. This one is looking for that Yorker. Just getting the bat down in time. It squirts out to the offside, to that just to the left of the fielder at cover, and they get through for a single. So singles in the over. It's not going to really help them. Just need to get that one boundary. Ah, and this one is paddled away. So he just went across the off stump, and he knew he's bowling straight, and he got the delivery, but he just managed to hit it straight to that fielder at that 45, just inside the circle, behind square. But again, another single. It's the right idea. This one is in the air. The fielder comes along and drops it. The fielder from short third man, he ran towards it. He called off the keeper. I think the keeper would have had enough time to get to that one. But he called off the keeper. Keeper initially didn't know where it went. But the fielder from that short third man, he called for it and dropped it. So that's another chance going down there. This time, he's just guiding that one, Kunal, to the fielder at backward point, and they get through for a single. At the end of a very good over, an over in which he should have had a wicket. Turned out to be a wicketless over, but a good over nonetheless. After 14 overs, it's 145 for 2. So the run rate now, because of that fluff low overs, the run rate just jumping up close to 10. And that's not bad. It's very manageable. A bit of discussion between the players as to who is going to bowl the next over. You can see there in your picture, just having a chat, captain, senior players, because they're looking at what is remaining in terms of bowlers. And if you have a look, Mihul has one remaining. Heron has two remaining, but he was very expensive. Pirat Patel, he has 3 overs remaining. He was very expensive in his first. Tarun, he is bowled out. He has 4 overs, none for 26. And Biku, he had bowled 2 overs, 1 for 16. A bit expensive. Picked up the wicket too. Maybe they could bring him back. And then we had Ronak Patel, he bowled 2 overs for 20. Very expensive. So, we're going to see who. Looks like it's going to be Biku. It seems like it's going to be Biku. He's going to come back into the attack. From the other end, he bowled. Bowled from the opposite end his first 2 overs. And you can just say the media end because we are to the top end in your picture to the left of your picture, to the right of your picture. So you can call that the media end. The opposite end, there is a little stand down there. So we could call that the grandstand end. But we're here at round number 2. But this is the LPS league. It's 4 games going on simultaneously. This time he's chipping down the wicket. He knows that Biku is going to be tossing the ball up. He chips down the wicket, but chipped down a bit too much. Ended up being a wayside full toss, and he couldn't really do much with it. It ended up getting the outside edge, trickled to the fielder at that short third man. And they get through for a single. That's important. They get through for a single. They're not Throwing the ball. This one is up in the air, down the wicket. Almost York himself ended up sort of sweeping that one. And well, it went close to the boundary. He almost picked up a boundary. The fielder there from that low on position almost messed it up. Was a bit slow to react. Ended up getting a foot onto it. Lucky his teammate from that deep wicket was there to assist him. In the end, 2 runs to the total. So in the air, up, chance. Would the fielder get it? He does well. No, it falls between the two fielders. And well, I wouldn't say it's a chance. It was a difficult one because it went in the air, but the fielder from uh, cover and long off, it had really a good distance to go. It was closer to the fielder at cover, but in the end, it fell well short. This one is in the air. It is pulled away, and that goes for 4. Well, the umpire signals 6. It's seen from all vantage point. It bounced in front of the boundary, but it's 6 runs. 6 more to the total. Again, they know he's going to be throwing the ball up in the air, so they're chipping along the wicket to meet it on the full. And well, they chipped down a bit too much in the end. And it ended up being a wayside full toss. But remember, he was down the wicket, so it cannot be called a no ball. But he got enough batter to hit it over mid wicket for 6. This time, he's hitting it straight back to the bowler, who does well. No run. 54. This one again down the wicket. It's swung away. It goes to that cow corner region. And the fielder does well. Running around from lawn. Got there in the end. Got a palm out. And just pat the ball back in. And they got through for 2. The end of another good over. It's well, a good over for the Knight Riders. Picking up that 6. And we take about 4 or 5 singles. So at the end of 15 overs, 155 for 2. This is good. They're keeping up with the run rate. That is exactly what they want to be. And well, again, the Duckworth-Lewis twin method is not going to affect us. We have excellent conditions for cricket. Maybe a bit too hot out there for the cricketers, but they're enjoying themselves. The Knight Riders United just requiring 49 runs from 30 deliveries, so it's very gettable here. And they have 2 set batters. That's the key here. They have 2 set batters. Colonel, he's on 38 from 39. And Rushir, he's Patel, he's on 31 from 20 deliveries. And in that, he hit 3 sixes, no 4s as yet. So it's going to be the pace bowler. Heron, very expensive in his first 2 overs. First 2 overs going for 26, but he's come back into the attack. So we saw the pace bowlers traveling early on, but he has to bring back his opening bowlers. This one, it's a good shot. That's looking for that Yorker, but hit away nicely past that cover fielder. And it goes close to the boundary. The fielder does well from that long off position. And they get 2 more. So that's good running. And that's a lovely shot. He got to the pitch of the delivery and then tried to overhit it. He's trying to keep it on the ground. All he had to do was pass that fielder at extra cover and picked up an easy 2 runs. This one is in the air. There's a fielder there, short of the fielder. 1 bounce. It's just a single. They wouldn't mind the singles. But this is good from here and here. Coming back nicely. He's looking for those Yorkers, and that's exactly what he needs to do. Try to get those Yorkers in. I'm going to Final. And this one, he looks to ram this one. It went straight in the air. It goes just behind the keeper. The keeper does well. Just taking a few steps back, takes it over his head, and that's the wicket they were looking for. The man who was set, who really should have stayed there and battled the end to take them home, Colonel Patel, he has to go for a well played 38 from 39 deliveries. And MAYUR Travels, they picked up their third. It's 158 for 3 now. So could this change things a bit here? Set batter gone. New batter now has to take a little time. But they are ahead of the game. That's a good thing. The run rate has jumped up just above 10. That's no problem. They're going along really nicely. But with the loss of that wicket, it's going to take the new batter couple deliveries to get himself in. And with that couple of dot balls, if he does, it's going to throw the required run rate upwards. So Heron coming back. Heron coming back and picking up a wicket here. It's exactly what his captain would have wanted. And he's a main strike, one of the main strike bowlers. Was expensive in his first 2 overs, but came back well here. Picking up a wicket. You want to pick a couple here. Pick a pepper or two, as Mr. Rustin Mark would say. So, Heron. This one, it's a good delivery outside the off stump. He's just looking to guide it. And just past the keeper. And had he got some bat onto that, past the keeper, he would have gotten at least a couple. There is a feeler at that deep third man boundary, the deep third boundary, but would have gotten at least a couple of runs. This one, he's looking to heave this one through the onside, but it's a bit quicker onto him. And managed to get it down the ground to the fielder at long off. Just another single. That's Monak Patel. That's the new batter. Not to get carried away with this one. It's a good Yorker. Looking to dig that one out. He managed to get it straight to the fielder at long on. And they get a single. It's insane. Not to get mixed up with the captain of the USA team, Monak Patel. Different players. And it's Monak Patel from the Knight Riders United. He has the task of taking his team over the line at the end of 15 overs. It's 160 for 3. So the required run rate now jumps up to over 11. So we saw a couple of nice tight overs. Overs just going for 7 and 8 runs. And that last over picking up a wicket as well. And that has shoot the run rate up to 11. So yeah, not doing the need a couple boundaries here just to keep things interesting, not to get the run rate, let that run rate go away from them or get away from them. And so are they going to target? Well, it's going to be, I believe that's Ronak. Yes, it looks like it's going to be Ronak Patel. He switches end. He bowled his first 2 overs from the media end, which is to the right of your screen. Now he's bowling from the other end, the pavilion end, which is to the left of your screen. So he would be bowling to Ruchir. This one is in the air. It goes high. The fielder runs around, settles on it. Thought he had it, but no, it went away from him. And they're going to come back for 2 quite easily in the end. He was looking to hit this one square of the wicket, but got a top edge. It went high in the air, really high. The fielder did his best, or tried his best to get around. Let's see if we can have a look at that one. In the air, the fielder did well, tried to get through it, but just dropping short. This one goes away for 4. This time he puts it in the ground. It goes all the way through that region, just to the left of the fielder at short fine leg, and he picks up a boundary. So that's a boundary they were looking for to keep them in the hunt here. What a cup! They got a couple, the first delivery. Now they got the boundary. So need another boundary here would make things nice. This one's in the air. The keeper settles under it. The keeper takes a catch, and Ruchi has to go. He tried his best. He was trying to get another boundary, which they needed to keep themselves in the hunt because it was 11 runs per over from this point on, and just caught a top edge. And the keeper did the rest. And Ruchi Patel, he has to go, and that's the fourth wicket to fall here for the Knight Riders United. And it's starting to fall away here for them. That now, with the boundary, the run rate has dropped to 10, but it's going to jump a bit with that wicket. 166 for 4 now. So it's 166 4. Looking for the Yorker, driven past the bowler, but it goes straight to the fielder at long off, and they get an easy single. So it's not a bad over, but it's gone for, I believe, 8 or 9 runs thus far. This one is pulled away. One bounce to the fielder at that sort of wideish long on position. And he does well to get behind it. Just a single. So MAYUR, the new bowler, he makes his intention clear, the new batter, that he's going to go for it. This one is out the outside edge. It just passes the keeper, but straight to the fielder at that short third. And there's no run. So this is excellent from the MAYUR Travelers. Picking up that wicket. So very good over for them. At the end of 17, 169 for 4. And now it's 35 runs required from 18 deliveries. And the required run rate jumps up to 11.6. So as we said before, it's going to, with the wicket, with dog balls, the required run rate is going to jump up a bit. It has jumped to just under a run a ball. Well, under 2 runs per ball. So it's going to be Heron to take up the attack. Oh, that's a good delivery. That one, back off a length. Probably coming back into the right hander. He was looking to sort of put that one through square, but not making any contact. Good start to the over. And they're really pulling things back here. That's on the pad. An appeal for LBW, not out, says the umpire. But it's quotes out to the fielder at this backward point, and they get through for a leg by. And now for the Knight Riders. And they are just, well, they have to go for it. They have to score quickly, but they are not finding the boundaries quite easily. And the wickets are falling, the wickets are tumbling at the moment. And we saw the MAYUR Travelers, they were dropping catches early on, but they have started to take their catches now. And the bowlers have trying to bowl those Yorkers, and they have pulled things back nicely here. They actually could win it from here, from this point on. It's 170 for 5 now. 34 runs you got for 15 deliveries. It's the Big man. Niraj. Niraj Patel, the big man, comes to the crease, and they need some big shots from him. They need him to really get going from ball one here. He can hit a couple lusty blows. It would really pull things back in their favor. Munak Patel is there on two. Niraj. Just taking his time to get himself ready. Kieran. Swan. He's spinning across the line. Chance for a run out. No. No chance in the end. So the big man, Niraj, is off the mark. So we're back here, and it's the Mayor Travels really putting a squeeze on here. 175 after 18 overs. 177 now for five. And the required run has jumped to 14, so it's really getting difficult here. It's time for Monarch Patel. He has to go. He's 5 from 7 deliveries. He has to get a couple boundaries here. Ah, that's a very good delivery, Yorker length delivery, and the batter Monarch does well to get some bat on it and drives it down to that long off position, and they get through for an easy single. But the singles are not going to help them. They have to get 14 runs per over minimum. So the big man Niraj, he has to go here. He has to hit a couple boundaries. Ronak Patel bowling really well. Came back really nicely. His first two over, I remember, went for 20 runs, 26 runs. And the big man looking for that hoik over mid wicket. But it's a slower delivery. And he was through the shot before it reached him. This is good bowling. This is excellent bowling. Quick delivery, and he got some bat onto it. This goes into the gap. One bounce, 4 runs. And that is what Niraj needs to do. He needs a couple more of those. Get a couple more of those. It would be really good. That's another boundary. So that's another boundary. So the boundaries are coming. That's two in the over. It's not where they wanted it to go, but it is 4 runs to the total. That is all that matters. 186 now. 18 balls required from 7 deliveries. That's a dot ball to end the over. So good in the end there. And at the end of 19 overs, just 6 legal deliveries remaining in this encounter. And the Knight Riders United, they require 18 runs to win. So it's gonna take a huge effort here from the pair of Monarch and Niraj to really get them over the line. 18 runs required from the last over. And who is going to bowl the last over? That's key here. Let's see who has remaining overs. Mihul has 1. So I believe, I would think that Mihul would be the one to finish off the innings here. He has 1 over. He bowled 3 overs, none for 36. A bit expensive, but he's the senior bowler, the opening bowler. So I'm assuming he has to be the one to come back and bowl the last over. Heron bowled out. He bowled 4 overs, 2 for 35. Came back really well. His first 2 was very expensive. Went for 20. To run. Tarun Patel, 4 overs, none for 26. To me, the pick of the bowlers. Bhikkhu bowled 3 overs and picked up 1 wicket. And Ronak, he finished his 4, 1 for 44. So the last over coming up. Monarch to face the last over. Monarch Patel. He's on 6 from 8 deliveries. And it looks like it's going to be Mihul. Remember, his first 3 overs he bowled from the other end. So he has to finish from this end, the media end. And that's an excellent delivery. Quick stop delivery. It was a bit in the slot, but probably just trying to go too hard and missed it completely. Lucky for him, it was outside that off stump. And it's a dot ball to start. 18 runs required. So 18 runs now required from 5 deliveries. Mehul. Short ball. Look to pull away. It came off the outside edge. It runs down to the fielder at that 3rd man boundary. And they get a single. Single is not going to help. No, it comes down to 4 deliveries. And they're going to have to go here. They need boundaries. and they need lots of them. 3 6 is gonna win it, so they could win it with a ball to spare, but they need to have 3 6s. Could Niraj, could the big man be the one to finish it for his team here? He has the power. Mihul, Yorker line delivery outside the off stump, and the big man was going for the hit down the ground, not making any contact. It goes through the keeper and a dot ball. So it has to be 3 6s now. If the Knight Riders have to win this one, are to win this one, it has to be 3 6s. So Niraj, he has to hit 3 6s or game is over. Very huge ball, big ball coming up here. It's Mihul. Short ball on the leg stump and it's played away. Well, let's wait on the umpire to see if it's bat. Yeah, it's 4 runs. But that's not going to help them because they needed to hit 3 6s. It's 4 runs and it's pretty much game over. So the score moves on to 91 for 5. But it's a good effort, a very good effort here from the Knight Riders United in getting to 91 for 5. 2 balls remaining, 13 runs required. 2 6s and we have a super over. Could we see a super over here? 2 6s. Well, it's up to Niraj. If this ball goes to a 6, it's game on. Anything other than that, it's game over. Mihul. Looking for the Yorker. This one is pulled away and it goes into the boundary for 4. That's 4 runs, but it's not going to have the cause. They required a 6. And Mihul is telling the fielder, don't worry about it. He has it under control. And it's now 195 for 5. And 9 runs required off the last delivery. He just has to keep his foot behind that pop and crease. And it's game over. Short ball pulled away. And it's going to run into the boundary for 4. 4 more to Niraj. But it's a little too late. And that's game over. MAYUR Travels. They win the game by 9 runs. Well, actually, by 8 runs. Right, it's a 4 in the last delivery. So they won by 4 runs. A very close encounter. So winning the game by 4 runs. MAYUR Travels. Remember, they put up a huge score of 203 in their first innings. And they have successfully defended. And give credit to the Knight Riders. They came very close in getting to 199 for 5. And so that's the first game to go in ground number 2 in this LPS tournament. And the MAYUR Travelers, they take the first victory and they are happy. They beat the Knight Riders United by 4 runs and they move on, start their tournament with a win. Now the Knight Riders have a lot to do to get a victory. So let's quickly run through the button. Not much to really talk about. Myung, he started well, but he went early by a run-out route. A needless run-out for 19. Dipin Patel, he made 50. Kunal Patel, he made 39. Ruthir Patel, he made 41. Monak Patel, 7. Mahir, 1. Niraj flexed his muscle a bit in the end. The big man, he ended with 23 for 10 from 10 deliveries, hitting 5 fours. In the end, they could only get to 199. So that's victory for the MAYUR Travelers. And that's it from us here at this game, game number 1 on ground number 2. And do join us for the second game on ground number 2, where we'll have, if I could just get teams that's going to play that second game. Yeah, just trying to get the schedule. To join us for the second match. Well, seem to be having some issues. So the second game is going to be between the Canada 11 versus the Bodoli Blasters. So it's the Canada 11 against the Bodoli Blasters. It's the second game coming up here at round number 2. So do join us for that match as we say goodbye for now.